Good morning, everyone. Thank you for attending our monthly service for August 2018. I hope we are all in good health and excellent spirit. Today we celebrate this service and pray for students to improve themselves in all aspects of their academic education. Our founder prayed for young people to have good health and education. He said, young people should work hard to become smart and able to remember what they learn very well. Young people are the treasures of the world. It is vitally important for an upcoming generation to perfect themselves physically, mentally, and spiritually in order to be of great service to the world. I now really feel young American people want to know the Konko faith once they are introduced to it. There are many religions in the world. Among them, they send some important message in our faith. We should be open-minded to them whenever they want to contact us through email or some other way, like phone calls or visits. I want to do anything I can to show them what I know about our faith is most genuinely seen in faithful practice of it. The KCNA Conference was held in Chicago for the first time from Friday, July 20th to Sunday, July 22nd at the Loyola University. Youth camp started from Tuesday the 17th, Younger Seminar Wednesday the 18th, and Family Camp and Spirituality Bridge Thursday the 19th. Through the divine virtue of Reverend Kyoji Konko, and thanks to all the prayers of tireless effort of KCNA staffs and conference committee members, it turned out to be a gratifying success. Through it, my life dream had finally come true. I had a long-chest dream when we came to Chicago that one day Reverend Kyoji Konko would come as a keynote speaker when we had a KCNA conference in Chicago. I have really wished that especially the young members of KCNA would have a chance to see Kyoji Sensei and feel his divine virtue that would reveal himself from within himself. He not only came to Chicago, but he brought his third son, 11-year-old Keiichi-kun, too. He greeted and talked with anyone with his smile from within and power of positive talking during his stay in Chicago. Keiichi-kun too was so sincere and thoughtful that all kids enjoyed accompanying him. Kyoji Sensei studied for a year and a half as an international student at the Midway Lambert Theological School in Chicago from May 1990 to December 1993. He thinks of Chicago as his American hometown. Whenever I have seen him at our headquarters in Japan, Kyoji Sensei welcomes me by saying that I was bringing that fragrance of Chicago to Konko town. I pray that this conference will be filled with peaceful and joyful heart of all participants, and all who attended could feel coming working around them. The conference started with the greeting of Reverend Amy Uzo-Echin, Chief Administrative Minister of KCNA, at 4 p.m. on Friday, July 20th. In our first presentation, he asked us to have silent prayer for the Midama spirit of Miss Stephanie Tashiro, who passed away on July 4th at age 33. She was an active member who helped KCNA and the Konko Church of San Diego. The KCNA staff conducted the opening ceremony. Reverend Takeuchi brought 2 rays from Hawaii and presented one to Kyoji Sensei, and then our granddaughter presented one to Keiichi-kun. Mr. Timogawa, president of the Believer Association of Konko Church of Chicago, was the conference chairperson and the conference MC. He introduced the conference committee members by having them come up front. With deep gratitude for their hard work in my mind, I gave my greeting to the attendees and shared that my dream had come true. full of joy and happiness to welcome all here to Chicago. Tim-san introduced Kyoshi Sensei's bio with a PowerPoint presentation at 7:30 p.m. He did it so nicely that it made the participants feel at home and trigger their laughter when he showed a photo of a younger Kyoshi Sensei when he had visited his house, because at that time he had a beard and mustache. Reverend Kyoshi Konko delivered his presentation titles "Is the Light On?" and subtitle "Switch the Light On and Keep It On." The Kami-centered mindset is the light of inner happiness that shines from within. In order to create a Kami-centered mindset, he emphasized the importance of the three sources and four pillars. The three sources are the central mediation hall, each church, and each home. The central mediation hall serves as a spiritual spring, sustaining all Konko churches. Konko-sama is always praying for us as we are connected with his prayers and mediation at any place and time. So through daily prayer and mediation, we can reset the spiritual focus, keeping the heart of Kami and divine guidance accessible. The four pillars are daily prayer, mediation, service Kami, and gratitude. When we keep our spiritual life balanced with the four pillars, we can continuously reignite our relationship with Kami. This is a way to keep the light of faith shining brightly, that the love of Kami can spread throughout the communities and beyond. Then he talked about how easily we turn the light of faith off. He shared 3 examples with us that introduced a story that included a story that inspired to keep the light of others on. Finally, he talked about the importance of sharing the light. Our principal parent wishes that we humans help others, just as our cells help each other in our bodies, which is scientifically proven. Helping others is our deepest purpose in life, and so Kami had designed us to thrive when we embrace this sacred calling. Kyoshi Sensei concluded his presentation as follows. Konko means golden light. The President Konko-sama spoke at the KCNA Conference in Santa Barbara back in 1972. He said a light of faith should be handed down from generation to generation. It is my prayer that you keep your light on and share it with others so that they too can experience the hope and joy that awaits all who embrace Kami in their hearts. With swearing by Kami, let us all recite together, switch the light on and keep it on. What a brilliant presentation it was. His presentation was so inspiring that all participants were deeply impressed with it. I put his presentation on this KC Chicago's website. We had 6 discussion groups, 1 for Japanese, 1 for family camp, and 4 English groups. All facilitators and sub-facilitators were female, and they did a great job. I joined each group one by one with Kyoshi Sensei. Each group was different, and they all had fruitful discussions. In the Japanese group, upon request, Kyoshi Sensei explained his presentation in Japanese. Furthermore, he talked about the background of his presentation. I was very happy to know that Kyoshi Sensei would be the keynote speaker after the House of Delegates had accepted the proposal of a Chicago Conference Committee last December. I also found Kyoshi Sensei willingly accepted our request. However, I was afraid that it might greatly burden him. In the Japanese group, he said in order for question and answer to go smoothly, he had taken private English lessons since March. how sincere he was. Through his divine virtue and his sincere heart, this conference became the best and the most impressive. The focus said that there will be a rain throughout Saturday, July 21st. And we had a plan to take some people downtown Chicago, that afternoon. Family camp would visit Maggie Daily Park downtown. And thanks to Kami's arrangement, it did not rain, and everyone enjoyed themselves without precipitation. Saturday Night Live was also most amazing. Mark Segawa from Toronto and Daiki Takeuchi from Chicago were MCs for it. Nakupuna Ukulele Club of Chicago played their music with much entertainment. I have never heard such a harmony when the four girls sang the national anthem. Mr. Kimogawa was one of the members. The group was so friendly that all conference participants had a great time. Kyo Sensei, Uzunoya Sensei, M Sensei, Igawa Sensei, Alan Sensei, and I sang Sukiyaki song together with the ukulele club. Kyo Sensei flamenco dance was also brilliant. With the sound of flamenco guitar, Mizuya Katayama danced flamenco so energetic that it greatly attracted us. Family camp did many dances. Youth camp and younger seminar did skits related to our faith. Spiritual Village was sang a song titled Heal the World. During the Sunday morning service, we all paid our deepest respect to the Mitama spirit of Miss Stephanie Tashio. The memory of her precious life made our Chicago conference more memorable. Through the divine virtue of Kyo Sensei and all the prayers and passion of all participants, this conference became one of the best. Kyo Sensei told me that he had not thought the conference would be so interesting, enjoyable, and grateful. On Monday, the next day, I invited Kyo Sensei and Keiichi-kun to see the Cubs baseball game. On the way to it, I took him to the former facilities of the Midville Lumber Theological School, where Kyo Sensei studied 25 years ago. That school moved to downtown a few years ago, so some rooms have been changed, but some still remain the same. He told me that he had taken photos with his friends by sitting on these steps. He almost cried by his fond memories of those days. We went to Wrigley Field to see the Cubs game that evening. There, Keiichi-kun was waiting so patiently before the game that he finally got an autograph of Chris Bryant, one of the best Cubs players. It is now his treasure and the best gift from Chicago. For a week, I spent dreamlike days with Kyo Sensei and Keiichi-kun. The conference was really filled with Kami's awesome workings, and gratitude always well up in my mind. Even now, joy and gratitude continue to well up in my mind like a fountain.